What's good, everybody, and welcome back to the Winning Bucket. I'm Onin, that's Aaron, that's Mongab. It's our third episode of the year. We did alright in our past two episodes. We did our first episode, which was the All Star. What do you call this? Was it the All Star? What's our first episode? I forgot
Yeah.
what our first episode was. It's like All Star something. And then next is we had the like trade talk people. But then after the trade that video was released, Siakam got traded. And that's the first thing we're going to talk about for this episode. Because this episode we'll be grading teams for mid-season so far. So, but first let's talk about Siakam. Because Siakam got traded to the Indiana Pacers for Bruce Brown and picks and also Kira Lewis, I think. What are your thoughts on the Pascal Siakam trade?
I honestly thought that the Pascal Siakam trade would be with the Warriors, the Lakers, or Dallas. Just one of those three teams that I was banking on because the Warriors needed help. And in our last episode, I screamed for help, and my help was not heard. So did the Dallas Mavericks and the Lakers. So it is what it is. That is my last. It is what it is for this episode.
Alright.
It's an okay trade, I guess. B plus.
Ikaw, Mon?
Okay, so for me, Pascal Siakam trade. Yeah, when the news broke, I was not really surprised because, like, I think it was a day before or 2 hours before. Woj Shams has already reported that Pacers and Raptors are in trade talks for Bruce Brown and whoever it was for Pascal Siakam. So when the news came, oh, it actually happened. Cool. So it is a big trade because Pascal finally gets to play somewhere else aside from Toronto, and he now gets to play second option to Tyrese Halliburton. Oh, the good thing here for Indiana is not only getting Pascal Siakam. The other thing, the good with what they did is keeping Benedict Mathurin, because initially they wanted they before the trade. What I saw in the package for Pascal always includes Benedict Mathurin, but in the actual trade it did not happen, which is good for them. So they get to keep their core and add another vet who has won a championship in a few years ago.
What grade would you give it?
For who? For both teams.
For both
For
teams.
both teams.
There's a third team that let's say third team wasn't there Pelicans.
Yeah, there's Pelicans for
Wait,
Kira Lewis.
I need to see the full trade. I don't know. I just know the three teams and the trade is not. So I will grade all the three teams. Give me a second. Okay, so first received Bruce Brown, Kira Lewis, Jordan Warner. Alright, so for Raptors, something I heard is Bruce Brown will be rerouted to some other team. We'll talk about that later, maybe.
Damn.
And
Or
huh?
passed like a blunt.
Raptors,
Eh.
I'll give this two first. Oh damn, first round picks. I'd say this is B plus. Or sorry, a B, around that. And Pacers, I'd say this is an A minus, just because Pascal might not be a perfect fit for Indiana. Although it's good that they got him, but we'll never know his fit yet until he actually plays.
They played.
So I give them.
They played.
They played and lost, but
Yeah.
They played
they
with
played and
Portland.
lost, and yeah, right. And it is their first game, so we maybe give them time. Because remember the Clippers, we said when they went 0-6 with James Harden, we said, you know what, this went so bad. Look at them now. I would give them some time. So the beginning is usually not what we can see in the. It's not what we expect. So we give them like a few time. Yeah, like few weeks maybe. Give them a few games so they could see what they are capable of.
So you give them a
A minus.
okay, okay. Mongab is right for me because like they kept their young core. Because if you look at trades that Indiana and like Toronto were doing, it was mostly for either Jarvis Walker or Benedict Mathurin, and they kept those key young players to get Pascal Siakam. Yes, they traded 2 first round picks, but you have Siakam, and those picks for me that the Raptors received is like they're gonna be like late first round picks. And the bad thing for Raptors is they don't have their pick this year, so that's tough for them. They have RJ, but like they lost some of their key players, and I think Pascal's the last player in that championship 2019 roster. If
Chris
uh,
Boucher
yeah,
is still there.
Chris Boucher is still there, so almost correct, but
The
not really.
rotation, yeah.
Yeah,
The rotation, yeah, but not the entire team.
yeah. So Chris Boucher is remaining there, but rotation, there's no more players left, so that's the thing for 2019. Goodbye. And I would give this one for the Raptors. I'll give this a D, kasi like they got Bruce Brown and probably they're going to trade Bruce Brown because what I've heard from is they're going to look for more trades to do. And the 2 first round picks, that's from Indiana, so late first round pick, it's hard to find a gem in that one, and you don't have your first round pick this year, so it's tough for Raptors. And for Indiana, it's an A. You got Pascal Siakam. Your only problem is how will you let him resign to your team this off season? Because like it's an expiring contract. You need to find ways on how to tell him to resign to your team. So that's the problem. And if you can make a deep playoff run, he might probably resign. So yeah, you have another star player who can help your team win if Tyrese is not there. So I would give this one an A as well. So yeah, those are our reactions for the Pascal
Si
Siakam
Aaron.
trade. Yeah, Aaron already
No, I
did.
give it a B.
Yeah,
Grade ka na.
Both
Okay, sorry,
sides.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, okay. Tama, right.
So those are our reactions for the Pascal Siakam trade, and based on what Mongab said, maybe Bruce Brown might get traded. So where do you think Bruce Brown might go? As like trade
The
deadline
Lakers.
is almost there.
No, no.
Yeah, that's what I
I'm
thought.
gonna be
Maybe
stop being
Lakers.
delusional for a minute. Bruce Brown. Okay, I guess probably the Cavaliers. Somewhere contending. Hey, you can even go back to the Nugget.
Yeah,
What
That's what I
piece?
thought too. Back to Denver.
Yeah, I don't
but
know what piece, but he seems like he could go back there. That's the only thing I
Or
could see happening.
no, siya sa Dallas. Ayaw.
Dallas. Then what's the purpose of Grant Williams then? Like they played the
Like he
same
might have
way,
someone
but
off the
he's
bench.
taller.
yeah, he'll play off the bench.
Like
Like he did play off the bench like a backup point guard like he was in Denver. So in
True.
Dallas he would come off the bench just to be a backup point guard to Kyrie. So
Especially
he
that
can
Kyrie's
go.
out right now. Damn. Yeah.
You should just. It'd be cool for him to like be in a contender because you know what he can do in contending team.
He has that before he signed this contract this year. He has one of those most valuable contracts in the entire NBA before he signed this major contract this year. Like it was so valuable, and like he could go anywhere, and you know how. And it was like small. It was like a low money, but it was less than the value that he's giving. So it was like a steal contract.
Than his worth, yeah.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
worth
less
like
than his worth.
yeah. So
Yeah.
he get it right. He got his big contract, and he is like okay lang karon. Okay, okay. Okay.
Something somewhere he might go is the New York Knicks.
The
We
Knicks,
should
do they need another point guard?
She's a shooting guard, small forward, bro.
like I just remembered who's the shooting guard? Quentin Grimes might get traded as well.
He sucks, bro. Not gonna lie.
But
He sucks.
anyways, we will see what they will do because like trade deadline is just like in the next coming weeks. So we'll see what Toronto will do and we'll see what happens in the trade deadline. Good thing na record. Very good. Okay. So so now let's go on to our topics for the so now let's go on to our major topic or the title of this video. It's us grading every NBA team so far through the mid-season. Okay, so let's start off first with the Boston Celtics. What will you grade the Boston Celtics?
A plus. A plus. Plus. No explanation needed. Number one seed, best team of all. Actually, in the entire league, the number one seed of entire league, both East and West. A plus. Everybody's collecting. Everybody in the starting five is going to be an all star, because that's what the fans are voting, and that's what the coaches also want. A plus.
Agree, Mon?
Yeah, yeah, I agree. But I want my own explanation. So aside from what Aaron said, starting five plus Al Horford are really good in the are really good in execution. So and also they started 20-0 at home, but they lost against Denver in a close game. And I'll tell you what, that game was high quality basketball in a sense that defense is played a lot because they can't score. They cannot score. Both teams can against against Denver, and I'll talk about the. I'm not gonna talk about. I'll talk about the Denver side when we get to Denver. But for now, for Boston, they played really good. At least they tried to play good defense. But it's hard to contain Jokic. So aside from that game, they have been consistent, and maybe they could build around their depth a little bit more because the only one they could think of who comes off the bench is Al Horford and Sam Hauser and Peyton Pritchard. Maybe something I could think of in the trade deadline is build on depth. Based on the rotation now, it's good now. Just have more depth. And the loss of Marcus Smart was not that huge just because they now have Drew Holiday, who almost plays the exact same. I hope so. You might wanna that's all I can think of.
Yeah, for me
From
as well,
Boston.
I could go for A plus because they're very good. Like they're one of the best defensive teams in the league, one of the best offensive teams in the league. But my problem with offensive is they're like every fourth quarter like they're very predictable. Kasi like it's always give it to Tatum, let him do his thing. Give it to sometimes to Kristaps or give it to Jalen Brown. Like they need more like a bit more like salt to their offense to make it more very tasty and make it very good. I know sometimes it's winning them games, but to make it even better, like they need to improve on their offense for a bit to make everyone really involved. So yeah, that's all I have for Boston. It's an A plus. Now let's go to the Memphis Grizzlies. What do you grade the Memphis Grizzlies? For me, as a Grizzlies fan, I'd give them a C plus. Kasi like we didn't get to see this team as a whole or healthy, and it's not our fault. Players got injured, so it's just sad to see na our players got injured, so we didn't get to see this team in full potential. But I give it a C plus kasi like there are some players or young players na who are shining during this time of injury, like G.D. Jackson and I forgot the other guy. So yeah,
Vince Williams.
yeah, Vince Williams. Yeah, Vince Williams. So I would give them like a C plus because they're like, even though it's a sad time as a Grizzlies fan, we are helping. We're using this time to develop young players who could be like key players off the bench or possibly start when next year starts. When Ja is healthy, Steven Adams is healthy, and Desmond Bain will be healthy. So like when everyone's healthy, this will be a good team. So I'll give it a C plus.
I'll give it a C. Because I was sad that the Warriors lost to them without even Ja Morant and only Jaren Jackson Jr. I'm so salty because we have the entire starting five complete and we lost to, no offense to the Memphis Grizzlies, but yeah, we lost to Jaren Jackson and GG. C, because I wanted to see more. Get it? Ja got injured because of his shoulder, and the rest got injured, which is sad to see. Not our fault, not their fault as well. Could have been worse, could have been better. C is just mid. Oh, below mid actually, because nobody wants to watch a Grizzly game except Onin. Yeah.
Come on.
Okay, so I also have a C, and the but before the injuries, like um, only Jawas and Steven Adams were out. They were like, that's when they were losing a lot, and then everyone else got injured, and Jaren, except for Jaren Jackson, there were more players who stepped up their game, like you said, Vince Williams and GG Jackson. And in the against the Timberwolves, even Luke Kennard was also good. So yeah, it's good that there are players who are stepping up their game, so to know what they are capable of. And yeah, I'll give this team a C, and I hope we get to see how good they are when everyone is healthy, including Steven Adams next year.
Speaking of a team that is healthy right now, because they got a big trade, let's go to the Indiana Pacers. What will you grade the Indiana Pacers? For me, I'll give it an A, because like they exceeded expectations from everyone throughout the season so far, and they got Siakam without trading their young players or the players they drafted in the past couple of years. So and you see the rise of Tyrese Halliburton and the rise of not rise of Pascal, rise of Miles Turner. So yeah, they're very good right now. So yeah, I'll give them an A.
I gave them an A minus because I don't know anybody there except Halliburton and Siakam, which is sad. It either shows that I am a bum at that, not knowing any other player, or I'm just surprised that they're really this good. I give them an A. Yeah, A na lang. I changed my grade to A because they were in the finals in the mid-season tournament, which is very surprising because they really wanted that money. Uh, Good job on them for losing to the mighty King James. So A, because they still exceeded everybody's expectations, and they still are. And by the way, slowly liking Halliburton. He's slowly becoming like a Kyrie Irving type of way, like the way you like him. Yeah, I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah, I'm slowly liking Halliburton. That's all. A.
I also give them an A because they exceeded expectations and traded for Pascal Siakam, and they are slowly rising to the top of the East. Because last year we already saw what they were capable of, but then at the beginning of the season, but then as they kept losing games, then I think injuries happened last year, so they fell out of the play-in tournament. So now they're in the seventh seed. So this is not their full potential yet. They are only rising. Maybe next season we're gonna see them as the number one seed. But they are already in a good spot right now. So give them. We should, again, like I said earlier, we should stay patient until Pascal Siakam actually finds a perfect fit here in Indiana.
Speaking
So
of perfect,
I have an A.
Speaking of perfect
Okay.
fit, a perfect fit is the Mantas Sabonis. And now let's talk about the Kings. What grade will you give the Kings? For me, I give it a B because they have been consistent. That's all. I didn't get to watch Kings games, so B, consistency.
I'm looking at Kings standings right now. They are the seventh seed.
Yeah, they.
B minus. They were the first or second seed from last season, if I recall. First,
Third.
third.
They were third.
Yeah, so they fell a lot from the expectations. When it's your first time going back to the playoffs after a decade, you should the expectation for you is to consistently be in the playoffs. Right now, they're fighting for a play-in spot. Their record shows not that way, but they have 23 wins, which is far, far, far from the next few play-in teams that are competing. 2 games behind, 3 games behind. So yeah, the Kings should be what a top 5 seed as what they are expected. B minus because they could have done better.
Give them a B. They were really good in in the beginning of the season, and just because their expectations this season are a lot better than it was last season. Just because they reached the playoffs after a long time. I'd give them a B, and they have kind of. I'll go against what Onin said because I know you don't watch the Kings games, but they have been inconsistent actually. Although individually they're pretty good, and Sabonis has been really good, but they have been inconsistent. Like as you know, they're in a 4 game losing streak now, so they just need to be better than that. Yeah,
Next, let's go to the Cleveland Cavaliers. What would you grade the Cleveland Cavaliers? They're on a 6 game winning streak. So 24 and 15, number 4 in the East. What would you grade them?
Considering that they are still mid team and there is no progress, B like B for consistency is what Onin said for the Kings. They're consistently here, and they're gonna get consistently get bounced in the playoffs. That's all.
Come on.
Cleveland had a slow start to the season, and they were trade talks for Donovan Mitchell. That was before their winning streak, and also Evan Mobley and Darius Garland got hurt. So and during their before the winning streak, so that's when everyone on Twitter said, "Who wants Donovan Mitchell's on the trading block?" But now that they're in the 6 game winning streak, he's out of there, and they finally found something in their 6 game winning streak, and again, like last season, how in the regular season might not reflect what they are capable of. If they play really bad in the playoffs like they did last year, an underachieving team last year, and this year hopefully that is not the case. So I'd give them a B as well.
For me, I give them as well as a B kasi consistent, and I know they had a slow start as well. So with now them in 6 game winning streak, I think they got their groove. They're number 4 right now, so I give them a B. Now let's go to Aaron's team. This will be a very think another long rant. Let's go to the Warriors.
Yeah.
What will you grade the Warriors so far?
Uh, I'm just gonna give it a D for the dynasty being down. Yes, the dynasty is finally over. Woo! The anti-Warriors fans celebrate 8 years of success, 4 rings in those years, which is still very, very great. By the way, still one of the ever do it is finally crumbling before our eyes, and I give it a D as ever since Draymond Green punched Jordan Poole, and that's the downfall of the dynasty. because nobody did shit. And as what the GM said of the Warriors, trade everybody not named Steph Curry. This will be a short rant because I ranted in the previous video. So go check it out in the previous video of how long I ranted. D. D for Dynasty. Yeah.
Hey, come on.
Yeah, I'd say yeah, I also give it a D. They have been have inconsistent like Chase
No,
Jackson Davis. Huh?
they're not inconsistent. They're consistently in a downfall.
Yeah, sure. I mean, there were times when Chase Jackson Davis, Jonathan Kuminga, and was the other rookie, Brandon Pajemski have played good, but actually in the beginning of the season, Pajemski
Good.
was good, was was putting up good numbers, but I have not heard from him ever since Christmas.
No, in
Huh?
against the Bucks, he scored 20 plus. He tied his career high.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. So I have them a D, and as vague as it sounds, trade everyone except Steph Curry. That means that includes Klay Thompson and Draymond Green. So you might want to trade for Zach Levine now. Oh, and also Zach Levine got hurt, but we'll get there later. So
How the mighty has fallen. So far.
give it a D.
For me as well, I'll give it a D because they have been very inconsistent. I know some of the rookies played good early throughout the season, but yeah, a lot of drama. This team has been in a lot of drama this season. So
Unnecessary drama.
yeah, so ever since Draymond did his thing, this has been downfall for the Golden State Warriors. I'll give it a D. You need to do moves in the trade deadline. But before we move on to our next team, do you think Steve Kerr will be in the hot seat
For what?
to be like next person to be like fired or like maybe changed, replaced, coach?
No, I don't think Kerr should be fired or changed as a coach. He knows how to play the players that he wants to play. For example, Jonathan Kuminga. He complained that he didn't get as much minutes as he wants. He played 18 minutes at one game. He played 36. And what did he do? Not even 10 points. So, madali lang usapin nyo lang and gawin yung gusto niya. Yeah. So Steve Kerr knows how to play knows the entire play. He doesn't Curry to make the Warriors function. It's just the players who don't want to function. It's not the coach's problem. Maybe a little bit. It's not really the coach's problem. It's the players. They're not locked in. They're not acting professional. Klay Thompson cannot accept the fact that he is washed. Draymond prefers to retire than staying back in the and going back to the NBA. Andrew Wiggins, he was an all-star starter in 2022. He can't even have he's negative 17 when he plays. Negative 17. No. So it's not really Kerr's fault. It's the entire players. They're not locked in. Like they don't have that one. The we bleed gold or we this mentality that they used to have when in their championship run. They're just not locked in. That's all.
So let's move on to our next team, which is the defending champions, the Denver Nuggets. What grade would you give them? For me, I'll give them like an A minus. Kasi like so far they're still like I think they're number 3 in the West right now. Yeah, let me check.
Some are injured.
Yeah, they're number 3 in the West, and even though like sometimes they're in this time of like the championship hangover. So it's a bit understandable that they're like not
Except
number 1
Jokic.
right now. But they have still been like good, like very good with Jokic and Jamal Murray duo. They're still good. So yeah, give them an A minus because they have been like consistent. I think yeah, A minus.
I'll give them an A because everybody not named Jamal Murray or Jokic, those two players playing out of their mind. Especially Jokic, he is proven every single game that he is the best player in the NBA without even trying. Without even trying. Pricing. What's wrong with this team is that injury could have been better. I couldn't give them an A plus because if I give them to those teams that actually outperformed our expectations. This one is an A because they just met our expectations, like the 90% score. I don't know if that makes sense. Yeah, they got an A. If they were healthy, they could have pushed for the first seed, but I think they're not going to push for that because yeah, they don't really need to try to build themselves in the playoffs. I see what they're doing. A.
Uh, as an A minus, because yeah, like Onin said, they're not championship hangover, and they have been really good, but sometimes they're just not it. Like I said earlier, they ended the 20 home game winning streak of the Celtics. So that's one of the signs that they are still them. And even though Aaron Gordon played, only had 2 points, which sometimes Aaron Gordon and MPJ play really bad, and that might be one of the reasons why they lose games. And sometimes KCP plays better, but they have been really good. So, but KCP has also stepped up defensively. That's what I noticed. So he might be a candidate for all defensive teams at the end of the season. And with their bench, the loss of Bruce Brown, and Jeff Green, or something I saw, there's a bigger role for Reggie Jackson, and the team's most improved player from last year was Peyton Watson, who has been playing really good. He off the bench. Like I was surprised, like he played like a lot of time against Boston last night, and not to mention he is also in a Hotels.com commercial with Nikola Jokic. So he has definitely had a bigger role this year for the team.
So yeah, let's move on to some trash teams. So let's make this quick. The Spurs, what would you grade the Spurs? I'll give them a C kasi like Wemby is there. They're still young, rebuilding.
They
So yeah, I'll give
only
them a C.
give a C because it's only Wembanyama. Ah,
Yeah,
I am not.
yeah, I give them a C, but yeah, because Wemby has been really good and they're still young, and it give him time, give this team time, and eventually they'll be really good.
Yeah.
Wemby's here.
And
Their team needs more. Their teammates are the rookies, and Wemby's the fucking vet. I don't know, man.
yeah, that's what it feels like, right?
Yeah.
Like, God,
So now let's move on to the Detroit Pistons. I'll give them a C as well kasi like I know they're losing a ton of games.
you're too
Yeah, I'm too generous.
you're too generous.
So I'll just
Sure.
give them a
Yeah,
C.
sure.
Give them a C. They're still
Yeah.
rebuilding. It's their first, not the first.
No, I give this an F.
They've been a long time, bro. So they're still young.
F because they are not tanking. They're not literally trying to tank. They're trying to win. They're not 28 games bad, as what Cade would say. They're actually 29 games bad. So, anyways, they are so bad that they have 4 wins. They couldn't even reach 5, which is terrible. They're trash, man. F because they're not trying tanking. They're trying to win. They could not win. Trade Killian Hayes. Trade Jaden. Do not trade Jaden Ivy. Trade Isaiah Stewart. Trade everybody besides Cade and Jaden Ivy. Because
And Thompson, Asar. Yeah, Asar is good.
oh, and Asar. And Asar. Keep Asar. Keep those 3 guys because they're actually trying basketball. They're actually learning where their spot should be, which is good. The rest just trade it. Don't even trying anymore. Because the last time you win in the playoffs was in the Blake Griffin era, which was only 1 year. I don't even call it an era, like the Blake Griffin season. So you've been rebuilding since 2000. So I was only 3 years old by that time. So come on, you have to be an F. The expectations was play in, and you're like here being the number 1 pick already. We don't even know who's the number 1 pick this coming season, this coming draft season. F.
Come on.
Kinda agree with them. Yeah. give them an F also because sometimes Cade goes off, but he's injured. And something like I remember he scored 40 points and lost the game. So although they beat the Wizards and who did they beat? The Raptors without but that was only four. They only won four times. So are
Chicago
they
din
even
ata.
trying to win?
They won
Yeah,
against
that was
Chicago.
before the losing streak.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was before the losing streak. And Cade Cunningham we kind of expected Cade Cunningham to be a first time All Star this year. We'll expect that every year until he actually becomes one. So I don't know what to say about this team. 'Cause
Ako,
It's been
I'll change my grade. I'll put it F
F.
as well. I'll put it F as
Yeah,
well.
it's being generous.
Yeah.
If you're generous, you should give it a D. But C is kind of two.
Too
If
high. Too high.
if you
So,
say it's a D, it's okay.
yeah.
Here you go, sir.
So, let's move on to the Portland Trailblazers. I'll give them a D minus. See, I'm not generous anymore. I give them a D minus. Kasi, they're still first year rebuilding after they traded Dame. I know they got like Malcolm Brogdon and Jeremy Grant carrying that team. Scoot is a first year point guard, so it's understandable na. He's still learning the game. So, yeah, I'll give them a D minus.
Portland. What was their expectation
Wala.
this year?
Their first year trade.
308. No. DeAndre Ayton becoming taking the next
Ay,
step.
yeah.
Jeremy Grant being an all-star, and Scoot Henderson proving that he should also be in the top three conversation for Rookie of the Year. And what happened? 12 wins, which is okay. D minus. Yeah. The problem with them is that they don't have consistency and doing most of the time. They have to rely on Anthony Simons all the time because he's the only vet here, and the only time he's becoming a vet is because he's becoming older than most of these guys. D minus. Could be better. Do better.
I saw them as a D minus because I've not heard anything. I don't watch Portland anymore. I don't hear anything from Scoot, so I'm assuming that he is not really having a standout performance, which is what we expected from him this season. But I heard Anthony Simons made a game winner against Brooklyn,
Mm,
and aside from that, Portland Trailblazers are just they don't mean anything to me this year.
Yeah.
So I have them as a D minus. I don't even hear anything from DeAndre Ayton aside from the time when he couldn't get out of his house just in a snow
which is
or
very funny.
icy roads rather. Huh?
This is a very funny reason.
Yeah.
Like, naga-snow dyan
Yeah.
sa inyo mon.
So just now it's not snowing.
But during that
But
time,
it snowed a few days ago.
During that time, it was that strong.
I think it was, yeah, bro. But it's in Oregon. That's the other side of the country.
Ay, okay.
So Portland is in the east. No, sorry, the west.
Yeah, so if it's your first time watching this episode, Mongab is in the US, me and Aaron were in Philippines, so we have no idea.
We are ignorant of those situations.
Yeah, so we have no idea. So
Okay.
yeah, it's all right. So next, let's move on to the Washington Wizards. What will you give them a grade? What's your grade for them?
F. I expected Jordan Poole to take the next leap, buddy. And I mean, everybody expected him to become the Steph Curry the 2016 era because he had the right tools. Now he has the freedom to do whatever. But it's also proven why Draymond Green punched him really, really hard because he's still immature. F because I expected Jordan Poole to take the next leap and Kuzma as well or whatever. The rest of that gang, I do not care because I don't know their names. So yeah, F.
Yeah. F. We expected more. We expected better from this team, and they need to be sellers in this trade deadline. trade Kyle Kuzma, trade Tyus Jones, and everyone else. I don't know who they are. Like I might know some of them, like Denny Avdia and who's their center, Daniel Gafford. I'm not even sure if they're still on the team, but the F because we expected better, and they need to trade these veterans. Like oh, they got what is that trade they just did? The I think it was Marvin Bagley.
Marvin Bagley and forgot that. Yeah.
I don't remember.
Marvin
I don't
Bagley and
remember.
for Danilo Gallinari. Tama, for Danilo
Not
Gallinari.
Gallinari is in Detroit, right?
Yeah, Detroit.
Yeah, so that was an unnecessary trade. They didn't even need to do that. Yeah, I give this team as an F, and I just hope this team becomes a sellers this trade deadline.
Yeah, for me, I expected this team or duo of Jordan Poole and Kyle Kuzma to become all stars, and maybe Tyus Jones to be like a good guard. I don't know what's happening to Tyus Jones because I don't watch Wizards games because I remembered him in Memphis. He was so good and I expected him to be like a Jalen Brunson. It's not happening, I think. So, and I give this team an F because Jordan Poole and Kyle Kuzma is the worst duo in the league. So, so, so I give this team an F. Yeah, sad for this team, bro. If they would sell, maybe Kuzma out. Yeah, I was a fan of Kuzma to become All Star. So
And the first time he said it in 3 years, so he had one more year until he actually becomes an all-star.
yeah,
No, bro, you gotta get off that train, the hype train of
Also,
based on that board.
also, Kyle Kuzma was actually playing good in the beginning of the season, though.
yeah, he was playing
I'll
good.
give him that, I have not heard from him ever since.
Me too. I don't know what's happening to them, but I know they're one of the worst duo, or they're the worst duo in the league. They're like negative 200 something. Not sure. Yeah, they're worst. They're bad.
Jordan Poole has the lowest net rating in the league. That's what I saw.
Yeah, he has the lowest net
Yeah.
rating in the league. So yeah, they're bad, very bad. So yeah, we all give them an F. So now let's move on to the Charlotte Hornets. I'll give them a D because like Lamelo is always injured.
The
D
could have been
minus.
better. Could have been
Yeah.
worse.
So like Lamelo is always injured, so they're like okay. Yeah, I give them a D minus. I don't watch Charlotte games, bro. I don't watch Charlotte.
Nobody watches Charlotte team.
I don't watch Charlotte game as well.
So,
Go, Ron.
so
Oh, Aaron.
give them a letter, then we're
That's
done.
right.
D, and we're moving on.
Yeah. Yeah, I also give them a D, but I want to say something else.
Go.
I want them to also trade their veterans, like Terry Rozier and Gordon Hayward. They deserve better. They do not deserve to stay in this Charlotte Hornets team that is still rebuilding. And we just need them to get out of the team, and we're good. I just hope they get to some contender.
Yeah. So now let's move on to the Houston Rockets. What will you give the Houston Rockets?
I remember in the earlier this season we expected them to do something, but I also said bottom feeder. What are they standing on right now?
They're 19
They're
and
earning
21.
11 or 12.
Number
I was
on a third game losing
11 or
streak.
12.
They're number 11 in the West.
A plus because I was correct.
Huh?
Because they're bottom.
Oh,
That's sarcasm.
yeah.
They receive an A in my heart because they reach my expectations. But overall, basically, C minus. Because they have Fred Van Fleet, Dylan Brooks. Jalen Green is supposed to take the next step. And so is, what's the other guy? What's the tall guy that, forgot his face already.
Branching
No, not Alfred Singer.
Jabari Smith.
Jabari Smith, yeah, he was supposed to take it to the next level. What happened? Nobody cares, and they have been pushed off to the side. So, besides Alfred Sengun, this is a C minus. Could have been better, but they're just. That's all.
Come on.
I've not heard of anything from this team. The only one I hear from is Alperen Sengun, and I hear he's been playing good. And some people even have him in their All Star bout because it's understandable. He's been really good, and one of the rising. Because as we talked about before, it's the return of the big men, and Alperen Sengun is gonna be one of them. And aside from that, the team has been they were alright in the beginning of the season. They around the play-in tournament. That's what I said about them in the beginning. And um, I've not heard anything aside from Alperen Sengun. So I'd give them a C minus, and I'd give them time to develop. Because I also have not heard from Amen Thompson and Jabari Smith. So maybe you should just give them time.
Yeah, I agree. I'll give them also like C minus. Kasi like only every time I hear about a Houston Rocket, right now it's always going to be Alperen Sengun. So shout out to Sengun because you're very very good. So I don't know what happened to Fred Van Vliet. I know na like shot selection of Jalen Green is still trash. So yeah, give them a C minus because of Sengun. Sengun elevated that because like if Sengun is still bad, nah, I'll give you an F. But yeah, C minus for Sengun. So next, let's move on to the Atlanta Hawks. I will give the Atlanta Hawks a C because they are confusing me because right now they're in a 3-game winning streak. They're 18 and 23 in the East, and they're confusing me because for the past 2 games, guess who made the back-to-back buzzer beaters? It's DeJounte Murray. And he is in the trade block. He's the number 1 guy in the trade block right now. Will they trade him? I don't know. What will they do with him? I don't know. Will they keep him? I don't know. So like they're a
If you what
confusing trade for me right now. So
what if you trade Trey Young?
nah, Trey
Hear me
Young's
out. Hey,
Trey Young's like an all-star this
y-
season. So nah, I'm not trading him.
and I beg to differ.
Hmm.
So my this what the fuck? The Rockets have more wins than them. This is okay. I changed my grading. They have 18 wins. The Rockets have 9.
Yeah.
Did I give the Rockets C minus? Shit.
Uh,
Hawks C minus. But if the Rockets were a 72, I'd give you a 3 type of C minus. Yeah, you're just 1 point above them. Great. Why? Because Trae Young is supposed to be elevating this game to the next level, and yet there are still flaws to his game. DeJounte Murray is DeJounte Murray. We saw Trouble in Paradise when DeJounte Murray hit the game win, wanted the ball, and didn't get it. So something's gonna happen here and playoff. Ever since that they defeated the New York Knicks way back in Madison Square Garden, where they did a bow, the expectations for them was always going to be Eastern Conference or second round at most, and now they're the 10th seed fighting for their life again. C minus, but 73 higher 1 point grade than Rockets. They should be better.
They should I agree. They should be better, and 3 straight wins. And DeJounte Murray being a key player, like I don't think he asked for a trade. So the confusing thing here is why do they want to trade him? So he's been a good player. Maybe it's because of the fit with Trey Young might not be it.
yeah, I think so that one as
So
well.
it's not that they don't like him.
Hmm.
The fit is the issue because against Miami, Trey Young didn't play. He's the one who scored the game winner. So they know how good he is. He's just not. He just doesn't fit with Trey Young. So I they give him a C minus.
Let's now move on to the Milwaukee Bucks. What will you give the Milwaukee Bucks? For me, I'll give them a B plus. I know they're good, like they're good, but ever since Dame went there, like they're defensively gotten a bit bad. So yeah, that's why they're B plus for me. That's my only thing for them. Like I know they're good, like they're good. They're number two in the East. So like yeah, like already expected when they got Dame. Already expected them to dip down in the defensive. So yeah, I'll give them B plus.
Ikaw, Saron. Ikaw muna.
Milwaukee?
Yeah.
A. Because looks like they're just maintaining what they were doing last season. Second seed, 28 wins. They only lost step because of Drew Holiday's defense. But other than that, they're still playing very good. The only complaint I have this is why it's not an A plus is because Damian Lillard has stretches where he doesn't play like he's Damian Lillard. So yeah, that is also concerning. But I hope he up into the closing season, maybe reach 60 wins, close 60 wins, and make it to the Eastern Conference Finals. So yeah, I give this an still solid, very very solid.
Yeah, I agree. They're still good, but sometimes they just lose games because defensively they have dipped down because of the loss of Drew Holiday and who's the other and Grayson Allen. So their defense has dipped down, and Damian Lillard has been good. Like he made a game winner against Sacramento. So and Giannis has also been playing good. He scored 64 points once and wanted that game ball. And he also said everyone has to be better, including the equipment manager who has to wash their clothes better.
This is the greatest
Yeah.
quote of all time, which is very funny. What the fuck?
Yeah. But yeah, he said kind of makes sense and it's funny and Malik Beasley also good.
Yeah, they're good.
They need to just keep going on what they have right now.
Yeah, and improve their defense a bit. Yeah. Yeah, and yeah, shout out to Dame. Because like, on that day, it was my birthday, and Dame made a buzzer beater. If you don't know, Dame is like my favorite point guard. So, yeah, like, you have Dame
I
and
thought favorite point guard.
yeah, Dame is like my favorite point guard all time. Ja is like second point guard right now. Favorite point guard right now. Gets. So, yeah. So, shout out to Dame. I was happy when it happened because it really happened on my birthday. So, I was happy when that happened. Yeah, shout out to Dame. Dame Dala on my day. So let's go. Next, let's move on to the New York Knicks. What would you give the New York Knicks? They got OG Anunoby recently. So what would you give the New York Knicks so far?
B. What you said for the Kings is what I said also. Consistent fifth seed. Very good, very nice. B. I'm serious. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
they're they that's their seeding since what? Since the Julius Randle era, fifth or four. There's nothing in between. So B for consistency. Congratulations. You played OG and Onobi 40 minutes. You're wasting his soul away. You made him cardio. So good luck with that. If he ever gets injured, because he plays 40 a night.
I agree as well. I'll give them a B. Consistency.
That's the
Yeah,
thing we
consistency
will
B,
give
yeah.
first team.
Yeah. So let's move on.
Jalen Brunson has been good.
Alright.
Huh?
Okay, go. Continue on.
Jalen Brunson has been good, and that will definitely make the All Star game this year. I don't know about Julius Randle, because ever since the playoffs, like everyone kind of lost trust in him. Was even in the trading block at times. But for the team, it's a B.
Yeah. So now let's go to the other side of the bridge. Let's go to the Brooklyn Nets. What would you give the Brooklyn Nets? For me, I'll give them a D plus Because every time I watch them, I don't know who's their number one option. Sometimes it's Mikal, sometimes it's Cam Johnson. I know it's not Spencer Dinwiddie because he's trash. Especially Ben Simmons because he's not playing. Because I expected him to be a good. Expected him to be good this year, and he not play. He's still not playing. So
What?
yeah, I
That's the
give him
reason
a
why
D
he's not
plus.
playing.
I don't know why he's not playing.
Injured for not playing basketball.
No, yeah, he's healthy. He's there. He's vibing. You can
And then
see him in other commercials or
he made a
whatever.
reel of him announcing he's coming back. So
When?
I don't know.
Soon. How vague? It's very vague. He said soon.
Yeah, I saw that
Like,
reel. I was like, what the fuck? I expected him to rise like All Star Ben Simmons once again this year, and he's trash. Not trash. He's not playing. So I don't know what to give him, bro. So yeah, I'll give this team a D plus. D plus.
yeah.
I give the Brooklyn Nets a freaking C minus. A team that full of role players that each contender team could look at this. Dorian Finney Smith, TSJ, except TSJ, my bad.
Soon.
Mikael
No,
Bridges. Those are
see,
players that you would like to have in your contending teams, but they look like they're missing one piece of a star to bring them to victory. Just because the expectations for them was to never be even go beyond what they accomplished last year before KD, Kyrie, and Harden left. So yeah, congrats to the Nets. Your grading is better than the Hawks.
you have them as
C minus.
a C minus just because this is a role
Next.
player super team,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're super team.
and
Facts. That's facts. Though.
I forget they were in the trade deadline. They were looking to add, at least from what I saw, add one more role player. I forget who that role player is to complete the role player super team. So they haven't. They are these players. These teams should be sellers. Like these role players deserve better. Like
They should
if you
be
trade
content.
Lonnie Walker, trade Cam Johnson, trade Dennis Smith Jr., trade whoever they have, two
For
contenders.
picks. Get some picks.
Their picks, yeah, for picks, that'd be good enough. Like maybe trade Lonnie Walker back to the Lakers. But that might not happen. But it was
I don't even know why they just let him walk. It was the sole reason they were being. He
Uh,
carried them to the playoffs.
I'll talk about that later on the Lakers. But yeah, I give this Nets a C minus.
Yeah. Let's go move on to a team that looks like my jacket, but it's not the theme of my jacket. It's the Chicago Bulls. I'll give
Yeah,
them
no.
a D plus. Kasi like they're supposed to be a team that is active on the trade market and selling all their players. But currently they're not doing it and they're just shopping their players. They're not like really selling them. So I'll give them a D plus. Plus kasi, Kobe White's been good. Kobe White's been good. So yeah, D plus.
Chicago. I don't really watch Chicago that much, but I know that they're always on some trade block. We're here for Zach Levine, DeMar DeRozan, and Alex Caruso. Expect. What did I say? I don't. I didn't say anything for them in the beginning of the season. B, because they're consistently just there. B, as in boy, could be better, could be worse. They are the reason why Detroit Pistons has 4 wins right now. So congrats to them. No, not congrats. That's an L for them. Other than that, no other reason. The Bulls' expectations is not high, not low. It's just okay. They're supposed to be selling.
Come on.
So I also think this team should be sellers because the fit is just not it. Like Zach Levine, DeMar DeRozan, the fit is just not it. We want these players to be in a contender. So I want them to get rid of Alex Caruso. They have been playing good individually, but the fit is just not it. Same goes with the Atlanta Hawks. So like everyone's been good. Like Vucevic. Um, I wanna. I'm interested where Zach Levine. What they're gonna do with Zach Levine. I hope he gets traded soon. So because he deserves better. He's been as long as he's been playing in the NBA, he's only been to the playoffs once, and that was when they got bounced off in the first round by the Milwaukee Bucks. So I really hope he goes to contender. Maybe Lakers. I don't know. Yeah, so what's up?
That was their peak in as a team in Chicago. Yeah,
That was when they had Lonzo Ball.
yeah. That was the peak of their team, of their current roster right now. So yeah, it's the end of an era for them. Era, years for them. So yeah, we will see what happens in the trade deadline. So now let's move on to the Utah Jazz. What will you give to the Utah Jazz?
B plus. Expectations for them was not at all. I expected them just to lose or tank, but they're actually trying to fight for a play-in spot. They're in a one-game losing streak, but surprisingly, they're fighting every single game that they are on. So with the Jazz, you're getting a B plus from me because they're actually exceeding expectations right now.
Come on.
I have them as a B because initially, before their hot streak, Lowry Markkanen was on the trading block.
Hmm.
Like maybe one of those players who could go to a contender, but they've been winning, so which means he's staying in Utah. And also the reason for the slow start is because as you remember, Lowry Markkanen was hurt. When he came back, they've been good now, and actually the ninth seed, like only one game ahead of the Lakers. So Jazz are definitely exceeding expectations and fighting for a playing spot.
Yeah, I'll go the same. They're like a B. B? Yeah, they're a B for me. So like, yeah, they started up slow cause like Laurie got injured and now Laurie's back. They're good, and also like Colin Sexton is also good. Like he's been playing good as well. Yeah, so I'm giving them a B. Give them a B. They're playing on the playoff spot, so play-in spot. So go, you can do that, Utah. Let's go, Jordan Clarkson. Philippine pride, Pinoy pride. Even though we already have Dwight Howard, let's go. It's still Jordan Clarkson in our hearts. It's still Jordan Clarkson in our hearts. So let's go, Utah. Next, let's go to the Los Angeles Lakers. What will you give the Los Angeles Lakers?
This is gonna be a long one. This is gonna be long. Go on, man.
They were like this last season, and you know what Darvin Ham said last season? They're gonna be fine. Fuck off, man. They're in the 10th seed. They're not as bad as the Warriors, but they're still bad. They're under the Utah Jazz. The expectation was for LeBron to playoffs at least. King James. The problem is with the roster. It's so terrible. They don't have proper rotations. Even want to win, except if they're being traded. Case in point, D'Angelo Russell. He knows he's in a trade block, and he scored 20 today, and still lost to the Brooklyn Nets. About how they're a super team of role players, and here we have actual stars. The problem is you're still relying on a 39-year-old LeBron James to carry you, which is very sad to see. Give the Warriors D for the dynasty being over. I give the Lakers a C minus, because the expectation was for them to at least improve the roster. That's why the Lakers just got better. Rob Pelinka might be become the all time. Whoa, he just did that. That was what everybody was saying in the beginning of the season. And now here 10 seed, 21 wins, 22 losses, under 500, which is terrible to see. There are reports that LeBron James is going to leave next season if this, just sad to see because he made a lot of records as well being a Laker. So yeah, C minus the Lakers. Trade everybody except Anthony Davis. Improve the roster. Rui Hachimura had 0 points by the way. What the fuck? 0 points. Austin Reeves, 33 minutes, 9 points. Disappointment. Nothing but disappointment. That's
I
all.
agree. LeBron is good. He's been playing good. Davis has also been playing good, but it's with the role players. Sometimes Reeves played good. But earlier today, last night, Rui Hachimura was bad. So was D'Angelo. Actually, D'Angelo Russell was okay.
Yeah,
Austin
join.
Reeves is it's pretty good. Sometimes played bad, but I don't think they should trade Austin Reeves and Rui Hachimura. Maybe D'Lo. Actually, D'Lo was on the trade block like before a few days ago. Then he was playing. Then he just scored 30 points. I think a few days later. Uh, Everyone else, like Cam Reddish. I don't know from the top of my head who's in the Lakers. I think it's more of a rotation thing that's been a problem for them this year. But players have been playing good. Like if you look at their stats, it's really good though. It's just with the rotation, like the system with how they're playing is not working.
Yeah, I agree as well.
So
I give him a C as well. Kasi like you know how good LeBron is. We all know how
yeah,
good
see.
Davis is. So like it's the role players. Like D'Lo is like sometimes good, sometimes bad. We all expected after the Team USA debut of Austin Reeves to even be better. It's like mid or trash right now. So like we expected them to be good. Like there was hope I think when they won the play-in tournament, but like after that, nah. They all went bad. Like they had a losing streak and like LeBron won them a game. So like yeah, every time I see LeBron on Twitter, it's like him with Bronny, him like going out to watch Bronny game. So like after
Because
posting
we
on
don't
Twitter,
care about the
it's
fucking Lakers right now.
yeah. So yeah, we will see what happens if LeBron leaves next year. Wherever Bronny goes, LeBron will sign minimum contract. Ooh, prediction. So like yeah, that's what will happen next year possibly if LeBron leaves LA. So yeah, that's our grade for the Lakers. It's a bit short, but if you watch our previous episodes, it's all there. It's all there, especially kay Aaron. It's all there. So now let's move on to their neighbor, the Los Angeles Clippers. For me, I'll
A
give this
plus.
an A plus. Not A plus. I'll give this an A. Kasi like they started off slow. They got Harden from a trade. They started off bad early in the season, 0 of 6 ata. Then now they're the number 4 in the West. Number 4? Am I right?
Yeah,
Yeah, number
right,
4
right.
in the West. So they're so good. They're very good right now. So we like Westbrook is playing good defensively. Like he's playing good. Sometimes he just plays his role. Harden is James Harden. Kawhi just resigned because I think Kawhi is happy. Kawhi is happy. So yeah, and Paul George is playing like low key MVP Paul George before in Thunder, I think. So yeah, this team is winning. They're 26-14. They're winning games. Last 10 they're 8-2. So yeah, I'll give them an A. They're good.
Yeah.
A plus because they proven that really work. Yay! And I love Westbrook. I know I ranted about him Laker right now. I love Westbrook because he's actually playing to his strength. I love this super team. I don't like it that they're beating everybody else, but this super team is actually working. Yay! A plus. That's all.
Yeah. Oh, I also have an A plus because Kawhi is back to. The reason Kawhi went back to sign the contract is because the team has been playing like good for the. He has been playing good for the team, and also his name he has been healthy, and so the Clippers decided that what if we just sign a contract, because it's been a win-win for both sides. So what if he stays long term and just keep this thing going? And they got it going. So now Kawhi has has a new contract and will be in the Clippers for long term.
Yeah, and
So
I think they're going to have a new arena next year. So
yeah, into it though, man.
yeah, so them resigning Kawhi, and if they can keep this thing going throughout next year, they will get new fans to watch their teams. So yeah, it will be fun, and it's a good thing for the Clippers and the Clippers fans. And they're creating that wall of Clipper wall. That if you're not rooting for the Clippers, you're out of that wall, or you can't sit on that wall. So yeah, I think I saw that on Twitter. So yeah, next let's move on to the New Orleans Pelicans. I don't watch a lot of Pelicans games, so I don't know how to grade this team. So, what are your grades on this team?
Run.
Wala. Hindi ka madunggan.
No.
Ah,
Ayan. Better.
So the reason why I give it a B plus, or I give it a B plus, is everybody's doing their part except Zion. Is at the age of 22, 23, 24. He's fine, which is because of his weight. He hears the criticism. He does something about it, but every year it's not the next step that everybody wanted. Everybody wanted him to become the next LeBron James. That was what everybody said. And surprisingly, they're still here. B plus, very good grading for this team. It's the reason why it's not an A.
come on.
Come on.
So yeah, B plus, because everyone's been doing their part, and they're like fifth seed, I think, in the West. So I also don't watch a lot of Pelicans games, so that's all I could say. B plus is because they're exceeding expectations. Because they've been good every time I watch them. Like C.J. McCollum has and Brendan Ingram have been, and also even Zion has also been doing their part, and like they're winning games. So give this team a B plus.
Yeah, based on what they said, I also give it a B plus. It's the biggest them. Even though I don't really watch Pelicans games, so yeah, I'll give them B plus. A team that I watch is the Orlando Magic. I'll give them an A, because they shocked everybody. Like I know they didn't shock me because I believed in them, but they shocked everybody and they exceeded everybody's expectation. So yeah, I'll give them an A. Currently, they are number 8 in the East, 22-20. So yeah, I love their offense. I love their defense. Paulo Banquero has been good. He really showed why he was a number 1 draft pick. The heart and soul Jalen Suggs is good. Cole Anthony has been also doing good. So, and Franz Wagner as well. So yeah, this team is good. I love this team. I believed in them for like the past couple of years, and now it is really happening. Even though they're number 8 in the East, at least they're not 10 below. Because like every time I said it the past couple of years, they're always 10 below, ending after. So yeah, I give them an A.
Hmm. I give him an A as well. And um, and I think Onin already said what it has to be said. That's all I have to say. A.
Come on, same.
Sure. I also don't watch. Also something else I want to add on to. So this is like slowly again. This team might be one of the contenders in the next coming years, because last year or even the previous years they were always bottom feeders, but now They're in the eighth seed. Maybe next year they're actually gonna be the first seed or the second seed or whatever. Like if you look at the Timberwolves, that's what happened. Then this past bottom feeders, then eighth seed, seventh seed, and now number one. So I think this is gonna be the same for the Magic, and Paolo Banchero is only gonna continue to be better.
Yeah. So we will see what happens in next couple of years, and and yeah, let's move on to our next team, and that's the Phoenix Suns. What would you give the Phoenix Suns? For me, I'll give this a C plus because
Eh,
I don't get not really I don't get to watch them, but every time I watch them or like most of their games, they're not healthy. They traded for Bradley Beal, and like they only played like two, three games together with Devin
No,
Booker and
it's more.
KD.
It's more.
More, yeah.
Yeah, more than that.
so like
Yeah.
yeah, I don't get to see them that much because like right now I don't watch Phoenix games as well. So like yeah, every time I watch them, they're not complete. And yeah, shout out to Bol Bol. I like Bol Bol. Yo, pause, pause.
Hey yo,
like
Isaiah check.
Bol Bol is good. So like I don't know if he gets to play, but I like him. KD, we all know how good KD is. We know how good Devin Booker is. We all know they're going to be all stars, possibly two of them in the All Star. So like, we all know how good they is. But like, so yeah, I like Bol Bol. Pause. But I like Bol Bol.
Hey yo, Phoenix Suns. I'd give it. They're on the 4 game win streak. As I look at it, I give them a C plus as well. Or yeah, I give them a C plus. Expectation was contender, but this big three has rarely played with one another. This is so bad to see. It's either one of them are injured. But props to them, they're winning and they won 4 in a row. Expectation is contending. Could be better. They should be better. That's all.
I give them a B minus because lately they've been picking. They've been good. Maybe figured something out, but always injuries and like they expected to be contenders, but that's not the case yet in the season. Maybe as the season goes on, they start to get winning games and actually be in the top 5 in the West. So like B
we
minus.
we are on our last 5 teams, and we are going to start off with the Dallas Mavericks. What will you grade the Dallas Mavericks?
They're 6 seed and they're B. Same reason for every other team. They're consistent. They're here. Yay. B for consistency. Yeah, and there's no
B.
other reason why, because no, you don't expect them to have a championship. You don't expect them to also be tanking or losing. You just expect them to be there. B.
Come on.
I have them as a B. Luca has been very consistent. So is Kyrie. It's the other players are not. Sometimes Tim Hardaway Jr. goes off like he scored 40 points once, and the next game just disappears. I think this team more of the role players are more of the issue here. Because Derek Lively is Tim Hardaway. Who else is in there?
Kyrie.
Yeah, I can't. Huh?
Kyrie.
Oh right, Seth Curry, else Josh Green,
Yeah. Them.
Kyrie. I said Kyrie Irving. Yeah. So it's them who are always consistent, Luca and Kyrie, but everyone else is like sometimes disappears. So I have this team as a B.
Yeah, I'll give them a B. B as well. B for consistency. That's what Aaron said. B for consistency. Because they're there. They're there. They're just. They're there. Luca has been good. You all know how Luca has been good. And you all know how Kyrie. It's like they're good together. So, like, yeah. They need just center. I know they have Derek Lively and Dwight Powell. But they need that another big center. And,
Same. Yeah, go. Sorry.
yeah.
So it's kind of a similar situation with the Lakers where LeBron and Davis are good, but it's the role players. But for this Dallas team, it's the role players are kind of inconsistent.
Yeah, and they're like together.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
So now let's move on to the Miami Heat. What would you give the Miami Heat?
B for consistency. Oh, because we know they're gonna turn up in the playoffs, in the season, in regular season. We don't care. We have no expectations for them, except in the playoffs, of course. But here, nothing. B for consistency. Also, the 6th seed, just like the Dallas Mavericks.
Yeah, shout out to Udonis Haslem for retiring his jersey, having his jersey retired. I mean, yeah,
Shout out to the 305.
And Dwayne Wade having a statue. Am I right? Yeah.
Mhm.
Mm-mm.
So yeah, shout out to both of them, Miami Heat legends. So what's your grade, Mon?
Also a B. Regular season. This has always been them regular season. Jimmy Butler just came back from injury, and I don't know how. And they lost to the Hawks. For
So
Bam and Adebayo and everyone else, Tyler Hero, they've been pretty good. I think Bam will make the All Star team. Oh, some player I want to shout out is Jaime Jaquez, who has been he's in my mind. So who has been really third, no, like third in the rookie ladder behind Victor Wembanyama and Jed Holmgren. So this might be one of the players who's gonna play really good in a Miami Heat jersey, like one of the products of Eric Spoelstra's coaching. So I think this guy is gonna be good for them come playoff time. And something about this team, regular season, they're like Aaron said, they'll be alright. But in the playoffs, no one wants to play against them
facts,
because Jimmy Butler is gonna burst in the playoffs,
facts,
and like some role players gonna play like an all star. Like last year it was Caleb Martin,
facts.
and sometimes Max Strus. Sometimes it was Max Strus. Sometimes it's also Gabe Vincent, but they're gone. Maybe this year it might be it's gonna be Jaime Jaquez.
Yeah,
This
possibly.
is gonna step up for them.
Yeah,
So just playoffs is gonna be this team,
yeah.
not really regular season.
Whatever they said, that's what I'm supposed to say. They got all my answers, so I'm gonna give them an A as well. Yeah, A. Yeah, I'll give them an A.
Huh?
Ano? I give
Hey,
them a B.
we
I give them a B.
have
For
B.
consistency.
Give them a B. B for consistency. Because you all know how good they
Yeah.
are. You all know how okay they are in the regular season, but you all know they're gonna turn up in the playoffs. So yeah, we're down to our last three teams. And let's go to the number one team in the West, and that's the Minnesota Timberwolves. What will you grade the Minnesota Timberwolves? 'Cause
Give this team an A
facts.
because the expectation was bottom feeder, and here they are, number one. A plus. Nothing more,
As
nothing
well.
less. A plus. Expectations through the roof. Oh no, exceeded.
Facts.
So A plus because Anthony Edwards is actually taking the next step to becoming the
B.
next, huh?
He should be.
Huh?
Anthony
Taking the
Edwards.
next step to being the next superstar in this league.
Mm.
And as you saw, he threw off the backboard the other day,
That was cool
and
as fuck.
that's going off on social media.
No,
And
you know
Joel
what?
Embiid did it yesterday as well. So Anthony Edwards is the next big thing in this league. You already
Yeah.
know that.
What I found, they were against the Clippers, and Rudy Gobert was on the free throw line. The funniest thing I've ever seen was the clip of Rudy Gobert's air ball. Westbrook did not even look. He knew it was an air ball, and then they were like, "Fuck!" Like it was
What
the
he
funniest
made the
thing.
four. Guess what? He made four straight free throws at the end of the game that sealed the win.
It was the funniest.
Panawa.
Oh
It
my
was still funny to
karma.
see.
Da.
Yeah, for me, I give them an A plus as well because no one expected them to be this good. We expected Anthony Edwards to elevate, and now he's better. He's very better. One of the best superstars in the league right now, and one of the funniest, most fun players to watch as well. Because if you know Anthony Edwards' game on the mic, he's very good as well on the mic. He's funny, one of the funniest people in the league. So yeah, A plus. And also the rise of Rudy Gobert, because remember last year he was so trash. Like they were calling it one of the worst trades of all time. And now they're number one and he's playing good right now. So like
Mm.
that trade
Yeah.
maybe paid off. So
Some time, yeah, like we
Mm.
always said earlier, give it some time and look at it now.
yeah, we're going back full circle.
Mm.
Yeah, see,
We went back full circle with
we
it.
have it's one of our themes of this video. Like, give it time and consistency.
Yeah, it's still mid-season, so give it time.
Yeah, right,
There's still
right.
time. Yeah,
See, yeah,
still
right.
second half. Still have the second half. So now let's move on to the Philadelphia 76ers. I'll give them an A kasi Joel Embiid has been good. The role players have been good. Tyrese Maxey has elevated. Kelly Oubre has been good. I know there are times na Joel Embiid doesn't play against high top teams or top tier teams. I don't know why. That's why I'm always mad if he's out because I know when I check their schedule, it's against a good team and he's not playing. So, but
Didn't he lose to the freaking Nuggets?
yeah,
They he won.
he won.
No, they won.
He won, but
One.
it was good. It was a good game though. It was a good game.
Like
But
that. That is why we need him to play in those good games. Cause
yeah,
look at that, they won against the Nuggets.
yeah, and he could also be like their top two again. Him and Jokic is the remain. I think leading in the MVP again. So like, yeah. So that's why there are times na like if you won't play against top tier teams, I'll be mad. But it's okay kasi like Tyrese Maxey, Kelly Oubre can like a bit handle it. Toby. So like yeah, they're alright. So yeah, I'll give them an A. Cause even though Joel ain't there, they can still like manage it. And Tyrese Maxey has been like an all star type season. So yeah, I'll give them an A. What are y'all grades?
B for consistency, because we know they're not gonna do jack shit on the playoffs. They're just here to be regular season winners. Nothing more than that. B for consistency. Moon.
In his regular season, it's A minus.
Oh, A minus.
Anyway, yeah, but anyway, yeah, they've been good. Tyrese Maxey has taken the next step. Um, everyone else, like Joel Embiid, is also still playing at an MVP level, and the other players, the role players, Tobias Harris, Kelly Oubre, Nick Batum, Patrick Beverly, they've been doing their job in the regular season. But so this might, I don't mean to say against this team, but this might be the opposite of the Miami Heat. Because, as you know, regular season, this team is really. Maybe, see, that's why I don't mean to speak against this team, but they've been really good in the regular season. Playoffs, sometimes it might not be the same. Yes. In the previous years, we placed the blame on Ben Simmons, but he's not there no more. So, who to blame now?
But that's what I'm curious to see this playoffs kasi it's a different system. Kasi for the past few seasons, it was Doc Rivers system. Now it's a Nick Nurse system. So,
Nick Nurse, right. That's one of the new things this year, because as you know what happened in Nick Nurse's first season in Toronto.
yeah, they won a
What?
championship.
Oh yeah, I forgot
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I just
And that was the
needed that.
Kawhi season too. So
Yeah, that's the Kawhi season too. So yeah, I'm interested to see what they will do in the playoffs. I hope they will not choke, because they have been a choking team the past few years. Sabagay,
Wah wah.
choking coach one-sided. So
Mm.
you know what I'm saying. So we're down to our last team, and that is the OKC Thunder. I'll give them an A plus, kasi they're so good. Chet Holmgren has been like the leading rookie of the year. Jalen Williams, J Dub, has been so good. Like he elevated his game. Shea is Shea.
no words
Yeah,
needed.
no words for Shea. Josh Giddey, good good stats under 18, and yeah, 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 they're so good right now. So yeah, OKC A plus. I hope that they will have a good impact, the same impact or even better in the second half of the season. But yeah, we will see. But yeah, shout out Josh
Yeah,
Giddey.
you go.
There's no proof na he had something with an minor. So you're safe, but not really. Yeah. What is your grade though? Yo.
A plus.
A
A
plus, yeah.
plus.
A plus, but we expected this from them because we knew Chet Holmgren is. They last year they already had something, but now Chet Holmgren is playing and they're really good now. Something that like something that we might need to know is same goes to the Timberwolves is that they're never actually maybe the Timberwolves already did it, but like their hearts were never broken yet in the playoffs. So they might they go to the playoffs they might not know what to expect because their hearts have never been broken yet. So I mean in terms of basketball, but maybe outside the court it has, but that's something else. So hopefully they get to play good come playoff time and actually win a first round series.
I'll just give them an A plus because they're just like the Timberwolves exceeded expectations. Well, met the expectations as well. Because knowing Shea is the NBA first team, he should act like one or play like one rather. So yeah, A plus for meeting expectations. That's all.
Yeah, so those are our mid-season grades so far. And next week, tune in kasi we're going to do a mid-season award. So stay tuned for that one if you're interested to see that. Leave a like and subscribe to turn in notifications as well kasi like sometimes I don't post it on Instagram, I just release it. So yeah, turn in for more episodes and all of that. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like and subscribe. Shout out Darkwing, Fry Up, and Routine Bites. We will be delivering as well soon. And we'll try to make more episodes. Basta next week, we'll be doing a mid-season awards. So yeah, stay tuned for that one. I'm Onin, that's Aaron, that's Manga. We'll see you all soon. Peace.